Welcome to the Giftspotter movement. The purpose of this movement is to help you find your true nature. My name is Kristen Hayward, aka the Giftspotter. I have the unique ability to be able to spot other people's gifts, to see each person's true nature beyond their ego. And what a beautiful gift to have been gifted, to be able to see other people's unique gifts, to see where their light flickers, even if they're not trying to show it to me, which many of them aren't. I can also recognize people's gifts from their flaws as well, because every flaw has a gift, every gift has a flaw. There are no good and bad people. That's a myth. And I'm going to explore that with you. We can explore it together. When you find your true nature and you put it to work towards your swadharma. Swadharma is an ancient Indian term meaning your unique purpose. When you put your true nature to work towards your swadharma, then your suffering will end, because you will realize that you are important, that your gifts are unique, that you are not comparable to another human being. And that as long as we are comparing ourselves to other human beings, then we will suffer and we will never, ever measure up to the expectations of ourselves or other people. So it's really important for you to find your true nature and end your suffering. I don't want you to suffer like I did for most of my life. You are too important. I see you. Yeah. You know, I always felt that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't belong, and that I didn't have any particular talents. And so I spent my life just not feeling good enough and not showing up until now. This feeling of not being good enough ached in my bones. So I stopped. I didn't shine. We are all meant to shine, to show up. You are meant to shine. You are meant to show up. You know, negativity from others would often disable me too. Negative judgments of who I was as a person. And I would sink into depression. And I would only ever partly come out of that depression. And I don't want you to suffer like that. I don't. It hurts when I see so many people, and there are many people in pain because they are over-identified with the parts of them that they believe are flawed. You are flawed and you are gifted. You are both, and you are much, much more than your gifts and your flaws. We need to remember that a flaw cannot exist without its opposite. And this is part of what I would like to share with you. Part of the purpose for this movement is to teach authentic leadership as opposed to the self-interested, narcissistic type of leadership that I've witnessed. And the other part is to help you connect with your true nature, in part so that you can become a leader. We have a great deficit of authentic leaders who are connected with their true nature and with their swadharma. Too many self-interested leaders out there. We need you to show up. You are born whole. Your true nature is intact. You're already unimaginably beautiful and complete. And it's just that the expectations of society, your family maybe, the people around you at work, those expectations of you to be somebody that you're not. You can't fit in if you're trying to be anybody else but yourself. You'll never fit in, and you'll always suffer. You are way too unique to fit in. So you must get to know yourself on a deeper level, to accept yourself just the way you are, with your flaws and all, and to find your swadharma. And your swadharma is always a purpose that will benefit the world. I've had the privilege really of educating thousands of leaders, and as a consequence, with my work, I've read hundreds of books, spent thousands of hours learning about human behaviour and beyond. I've studied with the masters, travelled extensively to study, and I want to share all that I've learned with you. I hope to help you see the truth of who you truly are. So in this movement, I'm going to share with you the nature of your ego, the true nature of your ego. We don't get taught this enough. I want you to discover your true nature through listening to signs, both past, present, and of course there'll be signs in the future. I'd like you to overcome those feelings of not being good enough. You are. I'd like to help you dispel any myths in our society about what it means to be successful. They're mostly untrue. I want to answer your questions, any questions that you want to ask me, and address topics that no one dares speak about. I'm also going to interview just ordinary people about their gifts. It's beautiful being ordinary. And the change makers that inspired me. The great 13th century Sufi poet and philosopher Rumi, whom I read every night. A poem translated into English from Farsi is called Come, Return to the root of yourself. Here's a verse from that I want to share with you. Come, return to the root of yourself. You are a ruby embedded in granite. Why do you pretend it isn't so? I see you. Come, return to the root of yourself. I would like to help you return to the root of yourself, to find your true nature, so that you can show up and live your purpose. So come on this journey with me and help me live my swadharma, and I will help you find yours.